Hello everybody, I am FTA.
And I'm Tron John.
And we're here to do a live LP, if you were, of a little game that both myself and the Secret Weapon kind of a big fan of.
Kind of a pretty big fan of the subject matter.
Yeah, I'd say aside with One Piece, you probably won't find a more
Enthusiastic.
No, that's not the word. Insane fan of this character, as you will, as TJ. Yes, we're here to play Spider-Man
Shattered Dimensions! I love it so much.
Yeah, this came out a few years back. I really like it. And to the detriment of my friend here, we'll be playing with this file that I have.
Yeah.
Because I have everything maxed out, and it makes everything easier to play with.
Yeah.
Sandman's a pain in the ass if you haven't leveled up your character. That level is a bitch to play through. So we're gonna be going through every level. So we're gonna start. Most games do with a tutorial level.
Mm-hmm.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Hooray! Yes, to play the tutorial. Yes, please, thank you. Okay, so this game came out. I want to say 2000.
You really should have played the opening.
It plays.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's when no matter how many times you read the levels, the things pop up, and you got good old Stan
Good old
Lee.
Stan Lee.
Welcome, true believers. Now,
I love this opening sequence so much.
TJ is one of the reasons why you're a big fan of this game is because he's the main villain.
It's one of the reasons. I love Mysterio so much. Master of Illusion.
Voiced by David K. Megatron, Optimus Prime, Clank.
A lot of robots. Neil Patrick Harris as the Amazing Spider-Man.
Now you said he's your favorite Spider-Man actor.
Yes,
Okay.
he is. And
is that just based on the MTV show or this as well?
So when I got I was always a fan of Spider-Man when I was a little kid because he's kind of he's the face of Marvel pretty much.
He's Marvel's Batman, not in terms of character, but that's the character they market the most.
Yeah. And so from the '90s show and the toys that the Spider-Man web shooters and stuff. Then the movies came out, and in retrospective, I'm not as big of a fan of the movies as I was when I was a kid. Like, I just liked seeing Spider-Man.
Is that the Tobey Maguire movies, or does that include the Amazing ones as well?
The Tobey Maguire movies.
Somebody tell me what's going on here.
And I love it so much. So they had that MTV show, which was kind of around the same time that I was really into Spider-Man. So the fact that they had a show on MTV, which was what I was watching at the time because of a bunch of different shows, but I was just this show's amazing, and I'm still a big fan of that show. And Neil Patrick Harris as Peter Parker and Spider-Man is just it's still the voice that I hear when I'm reading Spider-Man.
I like the fact that that show skewed a bit older.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bit more. It was the most violent. It's the most adult type of thing. I liked it. He didn't go crazy with it, but
Slow down. Other realities? Other needs?
this stuff. Again, going into Sonic Generations, this is what we'd hoped that game would be. In terms of its plot, but I guess not.
No.
No. Madam Web. I forget who voices her in this, but in the 90s TV show, she was voiced by Joan Lee, Stan Lee's wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, right. No
We
problem.
we missed a couple of good bits in that, especially Spider-Ham making an appearance.
Oh yeah, his picture makes an appearance.
Yeah.
One thing I will. This is weird because so at this point in time, Activision have had the gaming rights to Spider-Man since the PlayStation day.
Mm-hmm.
But with the advent of Spider-Man 2, the movie game, most of them have been Most of them were just like open-ended, like GTA or Spider-Man.
Yeah.
This was the first game in a while to take it back to like levels, like level structure.
Yep.
I like it. You know?
Yeah, I like it a lot too.
I would say like this is a lot of fun. I think the
I love this show. Stickum powers.
I think the whatchamacallit, I think the level structure works great. There are a few control things that are missing from previous games, which I don't like. Like the lack of a lock-on button to like lock onto a specific enemy,
I agree.
I think is greatly missing in this game.
Yeah.
I never liked how. Like,
I mean, they kind of have it with the defense mode, but it's really hard to control.
I always thought Spider-Man's animations weird in these sections. It looks like a hunchback.
I'm not a fan of. Speaking of the controls, like overall, I'm not a fan of how stiff the controls are. Like they're really stiff at times.
He runs so weird.
He does run weird.
I think it was this before or after Arkham Asylum?
This was after.
Yes.
Because I remember a lot of comparisons to Arkham Asylum from Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah. That was easy.
Hey, look what
Yep.
I found.
Excellent work. A job well begun is half done. Now to another Spider-Man.
I also liked how they gave each world like a slightly different.
Oh yeah, that's
design.
like that's one of my favorite. This is reminiscent of the Ultimate
Spider-Man game. Yeah, this
yeah.
like the whole game has a kind of cel shaded look, but Ultimate has the most.
Oh yeah.
It looks the most cartoony.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have, of course, Josh Keaton.
Yay! Who was Spider-Man on Spectacular Spider-Man?
Yeah. Was the show still on at this point?
I have no idea. I think so. I think that's... Yeah, I believe so. I didn't get into it until it was over.
I love twirling.
Always twirling! Good old web zips, which almost never work if there's, like, multiple...
Oh, God.
if there's multiple surfaces for you to web zip to, it's so hard to do.
Again, when we get to the Sandman level, good God. I never like these sections where you're forced
I love this, hold on.
They're called...
Stickum powers.
Did one of the other me's make that joke already?
I do like the interactions, but like I hate these sections where you're forced to just you have to wait for the dialogue to finish.
Yeah.
So I don't care. Can I go?
Well, it's a tutorial for a reason. I mean, it's
I
kind of charming when they make jokes like that. But...
In here, it's fine, but there's certain sections in the levels themselves where it's like I don't care what Hammerhead's saying. Let me go forward. So again, one thing to make all the characters different, of course, to make Ultimate different from Amazing, they gave him the Venom suit.
Yeah.
But as Madam Web says, he won't try and drive Peter crazy.
Yeah, exactly. She's mentally controlling it to just augment his abilities rather than drive him insane. I love this interaction right here.
They're all going to be this easy to find, right?
No.
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 And this is probably my favorite playstyle in the entire game.
Really?
I love the look, the future vision. I love his suit. It's always flashing.
Yep.
That's me, ready to save the universe.
The voice acting is amazing in this.
This is Dan Gilvezan. Most people probably remember him as Bumblebee in the original Transformers. He voiced Spider-Man in the 80s show Spider-Man
and his amazing friends. Oh, I love that show.
Which he said that, like, he was interviewed about this, and he said he loved it because he said it took him, like, 20 years, but he felt with this game he finally got the character of Spider-Man, like, right. I love this, like, Ultimate and 2099 have a bit more of a combat focus.
Mm-hmm.
They both have, like, special abilities where you can, like, slow down time / get more aggressive.
Yeah.
Again, I just love the
2099 being the slow down time version.
I forget the because again this isn't Peter Parker. This is Miguel
O'Hara.
This one looks easy. Try a lighter.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep the battle tips coming, lady.
I love that his costume has kind of like claws on his fingers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, combat plays probably more so than some of the other games. Plays more of a role in this because I love other games like say Spider-Man 2 and the movie games. They kind of give you more stuff to do with webs.
Yeah.
Like webbing plays more of like a role in fighting.
Mm-hmm.
In this game, not so much. Yeah, you come down.
Yeah, alright.
Now try to grab your enemy.
I do like the grab. The grab is pretty cool.
Freeze, freak.
It works.
Yeah, if you aimed it right.
Oh no, I didn't mean to make
Dun dun dun!
I have saved him from peril and transport.
I thought that was kind of
Thanks to a dimension
strange.
What?
For a,
tablet.
they're like, oh, you don't kill anybody.
You kind of that's probably a mandate for Marvel.
I guess, but it kind of goes without saying. Like, I mean, look at Arkham Asylum. Like, they didn't need to explicitly say anything in that. You know, Batman doesn't kill people. I mean, he beats the heck out of them. But
Yeah, but Batman doesn't, and specifically in Arkham Asylum, I don't remember a moment where you can throw people off of giant buildings like here.
yeah, but he's also like punching people in the head. Like,
So is this guy. Let's wait till we get to what the place we're going to next, Noir. That's
Yeah.
all he does is bat people
oh
seriously
my
in the
gosh,
head.
yeah.
I feared will be
It's so funny. Like, I'm sitting here censoring myself because like.
I turn my attention
Spinning Webs, we try to be as like PG as possible without swearing a whole lot, or we don't say like bad swears. So like I'm sitting here, I'm talking about Spider-Man, and I'm like watching myself, and I'm like, can't say fuck. I just did. So what?
For those who don't know, explain what Spinning Webs is.
Spinning Webs is my podcast that I do with our friend Jack, and
Who she might know from the Pack Rat comic podcast.
one second, this is I do not like that where he's like. He sits there for way too long, and he does that weird, like, hand twitch, and then it just stays there for way too long. That has always bothered me since the first time I played this. It goes on way too long.
Who edited this?
Who edited his shit? Retake!
But yeah, explain what Spinning Webs is.
So, Spinning Webs is a podcast that my buddy Jack and I do together, and we read every issue of Amazing Spider-Man, starting from Amazing Fantasy, number 15, all the way to, so far we're up to issue 52 in Amazing Spider-Man, and they're roughly like a half hour, and we basically just follow the plot along and commentate over the issue, and it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun making them, and people that I've talked to have been really responsive to it. I guess our main issue is just hasn't had enough exposure. So if you want to check it out, we're on Libsyn and iTunes. You can check us out. The main Twitter handle is @SpinningWebsJT on Twitter.
Yeah. Now, from what so this Noir probably the least known of all of the different Spider-Man.
Yeah,
players.
it's also the newest. Or I think it is the newest. In terms of
Yeah, I got caught.
yeah, what an idiot. So Noir, mostly stealth based. Not a lot of combat focus.
Yeah, this is in terms of strength the weakest Spider. In the other Spider-Man, if you're like surrounded by a group of thugs, you can take him out with ease.
Yeah.
With Noir, not so much.
Mm.
But I believe wasn't Noir at this point wasn't it just like a mini-series that.
Noir was a miniseries, yes.
Yeah, that I guess. I mean, I'm not sure if it was Marvel said use Noir or the games, but it was just like it'll look good compared with the other ones.
I think it was just a nice change of pace compared to the other. And I really can't think of another Spider-Man that was different enough to use as. I mean, you know, just like Madam Web said, there's tons of different worlds with Spider-Men who are in danger because of the tablet, but Noir is really like, aside from 2099 and Ultimate and Amazing, Noir is probably the most like fleshed out of all those.
The fragment is close. I feel.
I actually just recently read
Spider-Verse?
No, I didn't read Spider-Verse. I haven't read Spider-Verse yet. I read the Noir, the Spider-Man Noir miniseries.
Yeah, you mentioned me that. Said it was good.
Yeah, it's really good. Oh, look, you get caught again.
Okay, so my recommendation. Oh, you can't do it. Oh, you can't do it yet in the tutorial. So what I was going to say was normally if this happens in the actual level, if you press, because we're playing on the PS3 version, if you press circle, you do the web zip to them.
Yeah.
That normally works against crooks because again, just trying to kick this guy. Yeah. Does whatever a spider
okay.
can, motherfucker.
There we go.
Yeah, you were saying?
It's really good, and it kind of follows the same beats as or well, the same kind of characters as the game does. I don't think there's any. I mean, I haven't finished. There's 2 main miniseries for Spider-Man Noir. There's Spider-Man Noir, and then there's Eyes Without a Face. And I'm not sure who's in that yet, but most of the Noir levels come from the initial Spider-Man Noir miniseries. So
I think we're gonna show before we end this first part. I just wanted to show off some of the stuff in this game, like the Web of Destiny. Like a lot of games in this era, there's kind of missions in each thing, and the more missions you unlock give you points, and then the missions that allow you to unlock extra stuff. So, like, say the first level, the first Amazing, each level has spider emblems and golden spiders you get once you collect those, and the specific tasks like dodge 10 bullets, from Craven Sniper. Stuff like take out the hunters and the main cutting in 4 minutes, blah 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 blah. And then the more challenges you unlock, you can unlock attacks for the various Spider-Man. Certain ones work for all of them. Certain moves will only work for a specific Spider-Man. And then you can also do stuff like unlock character upgrades, which again, Ultimate and 2019 have the most upgrades. Amazing and Noir don't really get specific upgrades for them. It's more a case of like everyone gets more health type of thing, and then you can unlock bonus suits for people. But again, mostly it's just...
We should show some of those off.
What's that?
We should show some of those off.
The suits? Okay, yeah. When we get to, you know what? When we get to Act 2, we'll show off some bonus suits.
Okay.
Leave a comment in the leave a comment on this web zone about which about which bonus suits you would like us to. I don't have all of them. I have a lot of them, but show us what you want, ones you want, and then we will show some of that stuff off. So thank you for watching the introduction to Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Please join us next part where Tron John himself will be behind the wheel taking Amazing Spider-Man in his first mission against Kraven the Hunter.
Ha ha!
What was that?
Ha!
I don't get it. What
That's Kraven.
That Kraven does? He lost pretty badly. Is that Kraven's thing?
Good night, everybody!